Guess what I got running? My beautiful fleet side here. Love this thing. I'm actually headed over here to my weed row. I just think I found something over here. What do we have here? Yes, we got a few old cultivators. I want to get out of here and see if we can get them running. Let's get to it. I just love how my Apache sounds. Man, is that thing a beast. Whew. Love this old thing. I mean, you would think this has a huge muffler on it and everything. No, just one tip. Yep, just one tip. Love the wooden bed down there. Just loving it. So we actually have 3 implements. My cousin actually found these, so her and Jim go walking or just for long walks. I don't know, it's just something they like to do as a couple, and they just stumbled across these in a rebro. I had no idea they were here. Cultivating is like a lost art, and I'm gonna bring it back. So these are old John Deere cultivators, 8-row cultivators, so mostly they're gonna kill the weeds. We have a cornfield that has a few weeds in it, and the best thing these do is kind of disturb the ground. So the ground got a little crusty. It's a little hard, so I'd like to disturb it, and I'm gonna incorporate the nitrogen I'm gonna apply to it. I'm all running back here, and I forgot to bring the truck back. Such an idiot. That way I won't lose so much nitrogen to the atmosphere. And I get to do the old-fashioned technique. I grew up in a cultivator. Many summers I spent going back and forth in a cultivator. Many memories. Thought I'd break them out here and start cultivating my fields again. Nothing's better than running a cultivator. So I need to go over here first and see if my cousin can help me out today. So, yep, I see her truck over there already. Let's see if she's in here. Design beast, huh? Okay. Apparently my cousin is a beast. Alright, so my cousin's sick, so I want to stay away from her. Especially nowadays, stay away from sick people. So I hope her the best. I'm going to bring her some medicine here, but she is not going to be able to help us today, so she's out of the question. So apparently we're just running one cultivator. So I'm going to head to the store, get some chicken noodle soup, a whole bunch of medicine for my cousin, and then I'll leave it on the door or knock. And yeah, definitely don't want to spread diseases nowadays, so I'm going to stay far away from her. Alright, so now we gotta figure out what are we going to use on the cultivator. Who's calling me? Good news! I guess my cousin called Jim. He always wanted to he grew up cultivating fields too, so he wants to come down just to run the cultivator. He said he's gonna bring his Challenger, so that's cool. So now we only need one tractor. 8330, I don't want it, it's just way overkill. Way too much horsepower to run an 8-row cultivator. These cultivators ain't putting shanks down in the ground. I know we have a crusty ground and we need to break up a little bit compaction, but we don't got that much compaction. Versatile, yeah, it's out. Yep, that's gonna run over corn like it's going out of style there with them big fatties on there. The good old 4620 wouldn't be a bad choice, but I don't know. It is high boy, which is good because this corn it's a little bit late to be cultivating, let's just say. So it's knee high, but we're going to cultivate it slow. We're going to cultivate slow, so I don't think we're going to have a huge issue. I don't know. I don't really... I think the 4440, it's just... nostalgic American tractor, so why not use the 4440. So I'm gonna unhook this, get this unhooked here, and the feed wagon. I'll have to take off the loader and hopefully pull out one of them cultivators. We might have to put some more weights on the front of this, so they are 3-point mounted, so it's all that weight is on the rear of the tractor. This 4440 is open station, but it ain't exactly light, I want to say. So it's one of my favorite tractors. I love running this 4440. Of course, we're gonna leave the duals on just because I need that traction. Ooh, duck your head, duck. Alright, we got it pulled out of here. Just gotta cut down some of these brushes here, and I think I could get this back. Check a few bearings, see if we need some more shanks and everything. Not a lot to this. We're gonna have to make sure we grease it up. There might be some bushings bad on it, but otherwise there's not a lot to a cultivator, to be honest. There we go. Pulling it down now. Get this back, put it in our shop. Shouldn't take long. Have to probably make a parts run. I still need to go make a medicine run for cousin, and then we should get at it. I'm gonna have to get the sprayer running. There's that cultivator. I'm gonna have to go through this quickly because we need to get this done today, and I need a spray before it gets too windy out there. Man, that's gonna be a good looking rig. Man, brings back memories already. Looks like I'm gonna have to adjust the 3-point here. It's a little bit off, but alright, and yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like my front end is lifting too much here, so I might put a few more suitcase weights on there. I might not. I don't know. Alright, so I got the Kenworth running here. It's hooked up to our tank. So we're going to hook this up to the sprayer, get that out in the field, spray a little bit. Uh-oh, this is going to be tricky-icky. We have a tight fit right here. Alright, we don't have much room whatsoever. Yep. Wow, look how tight that is. Oh, got to watch out for the booms on the sprayer. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to back and forth this a few times. Alright, we are clear. Ooh, wow. Look at that. Just barely missed. What a good looking rig this is. Love this spraying combination here. Works out so convenient. Haven't gotten much custom spraying jobs, which I was kind of hoping I would get, but looks like most people just own a sprayer nowadays. Alright, now fold that up. Done. So a lot of you are probably asking, why don't you just spray for the weeds? I know. So we have a annoyance vine weed that we can't really kill, so it's pretty prevalent in this field over here. Let's go over here and look. We got a few weeds. You can see the weeds in here, so we got a few annoyance weeds. We'll kill probably 80% of these weeds just by spraying, so we are going to spray a little weed killer in here, but some weed dope, but we're going to mostly put fertilize, and then we're going to incorporate that fertilize in when we cultivate it. Check the roadway. Alright. Unfold the booms. Look them things. This is one of my favorite things to do. Is them booms are huge. That's what she said. Oh, I think that's Jim coming over here. Yeah. Jim's bringing his little Challenger. So that's a smaller tractor, so that should be alright to cultivate. Like I said, we don't need a lot of horsepower. It's a nice little old chore tractor, I guess. Alright, we're spraying along. Do you guys want to see this sprayer in action? Let's do a little montage.
are scattered, but nothing really matters, so everything is alright. Tomorrow is a new fight. Everything I'm choosing and every grip I'm losing, it's all about what you want and what you need and what you're getting.
Alright, just like that, we're already done. Doesn't take long when you can spray like a banshee. I know we're running over crops, so I'm trying to go down the rows as best as possible, but you run over stuff when you're spraying corn, usually. We don't have a four-wheel steer, so we definitely run over stuff when we turn. Alright, that's loaded up. Fire this boy up. Head back. Alright, Jim is already here. He has his torn apart, so I have the parts list for all this. I know what we need. I'm going to have to make a run up to the John Deere dealer really quick. Grab them parts, put them on, and hopefully we can get started here in a few hours. I know, I mean, we're basically taking these out of the weed row and putting them into the ground in less than a few hours. Pretty impressive. But this old steel can get it done. There's not a lot of moving parts, so just a few bushings, a few bearings that might be rusted shut. We've got some shanks we'll probably have to replace, but nothing too major. Of course, I'm going to take this opportunity to use my beautiful new fleet side. Alright, looks pretty empty around here. Let's see, pick up these parts. Head back quick. Alright, that's done. We have a truck full of parts we need to go put on. Shiny new parts on an old cultivator. I know, I did not forget about my cousin, so we got her a few drugs. Hopefully get her feeling better. Don't want her to come down with an illness. Too bad, at least. Alright. Drop these off. I think I'm just gonna put these in. I think I'm just gonna put these into. I think I'm just gonna leave these over here on the step. Right here. Yep. Alright. Yep. Stay away from her. Don't want the sickness. Love these old speedometers in this thing. Just, man. Wish they would make that type of stuff still. Old mechanical speedometer. Pretty cool, I think. Love the simpleness in this cab. Just so cool, I think. Alright, we should get all these parts on and we should get in the field. Alright, so we got both cultivators ready to go, so we basically just did a quick overhaul of each, refurb, whatever you want to call it. It is kind of weird that this John Deere 4440 sits up a little bit higher than the old Challenger here. So this is a Challenger, what is this again? I think it's a 555, so it's, yeah, MT555D. I don't know why Challenger doesn't just put the horsepower on the tractor itself. It's a little bit odd, but let's look in this thing. So this thing is really nice. He has ag leader in it. The only thing I don't like about Challenger, it still has that monitor. I'm not crazy about that, them small monitors, so they need to get something like the 1000 series has. I don't remember the actual name of that monitor, but it has all the implements. It's fairly good. Most of the controls are right on the armrest right there, so pretty nice little tractor, especially for a little loader tractor like he uses it for. Works nice. Cultivating. Alright, guess we're taking off over here. We're going. Wow. Jim's got a lead foot. I see that's one thing him and my cousin have in common. Don't think the old John Deere 4440 can keep up with that new Challenger. That thing goes, wow, look at that thing. It's leaving us, man, should have probably went before Jim. Now I'm eating his dust, literally. Jim, that's a stop sign right there. Now that we're on the hard surface roads, at least we're not eating the dust like we were on the country roads, but it doesn't really matter. By the time, as far as Jim is up there, we, basically, the dust will be settled. There's our alfalfa field. Looks like we need to start, cutting that down here soon. Alright, this is our little, cornfield over here. With our knee-high corn. Yeah, it's a little bit tall to be doing this, but we'll be okay. We'll just go really slow. Alright, I think Jim's waiting for me to start in here. Alright, got Jim started running there. Just making sure he wasn't going too deep or anything. So now we gotta get this old girl running. The problem with this field is we don't have no inrows, so we kind of just have to pick where the planter went. Put the old beast down, follow our rows here, make sure we're not driving over corn. And yeah, this is it. This is cultivating. I know this is probably seems pretty boring to most of you, but this is actually pretty relaxing. I miss doing this. So cultivating all day, watching your tire all day long, or your front of your hood. I always watch the tire. We did have what they call, it mounted to the 3-point, and basically it moved the cultivator, so it actually followed the cultivator, the row, kind of guide you to the most part. But if you fell asleep, it would get off. So I never got to cultivate with any type of guidance or whatever. My guidance was my my 2 eyes and my 2 hands, basically. So this is going to take a little while to cultivate this, but I think it'll really help the yield here. As you can see, we are really killing all them weeds down there. Oh, I think I got over 1 row. Yep, I'm missing a row there. Oops. So it's really hard to tell. Before guidance and GPS and all that, it was really easy to tell the rows you needed to get into, because you could always see the gap. There's always some type of gap, some type of deformity in that row. Even the best planners would be leaving a gap, and you could tell the deformity, and it was easy to find the row you needed to be on. Alright, so this is a little bit tricky. So we got some of the cultivator out on the row over here, out in the regular non-field, but it's alright. We'll just cultivate a little bit of grass. Raise that thing up, back straight up. Watch out for these trees. This is the only tricky part. If I would have known we were going to cultivate this, I would have put some headlands in here. Alright, we are cultivating away. Jim is right behind us, pushing us along here. Cultivating side by side. This is kind of cool. So Jim definitely has a nicer tractor. He enjoys the summer air, so he has the back window and the side door open. I don't have to open up my door or windows. Yep. Jim, you forgot a weed right here. Don't turn around in the corn, Jim. You know, I think this would be a great time to show a little montage. Alright, so we are just, what are we, about halfway done here. The cultivator, no issues, not a lot of moving parts on it, so not a huge ordeal. Looks like Jim's about ready to cut another pass over there. We got all that done on to that side. But, man, this is going nicely. Brings back memories. Good old memories of going up and down the field in the hot old summer weather. I don't know if them are good memories. You always remember the good stuff. You don't forget about the stuff of basically sweating your behind off, getting a little swamp, you know what? Swamp butt going on. You know that. But thank you all for watching. And I will see you later over here in Missouri. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and share and subscribe. Best thing about summertime and open station, once you're driving fast, you got the wind in your hair. Ooh yeah, there we go. Make sure you like the video.